Let me tell you a fascinating tale from the Arabian Nights, the story of the fisherman and the Jinni. You know, sometimes the most extraordinary things happen on the most ordinary days. There once was a poor fisherman who could barely feed his family. Every morning, he'd cast his net 4 times into the sea. That was his daily ritual. One day, like any other, he threw his net into the waters, but when he pulled it up, it felt unusually heavy. His heart raced with excitement, thinking he'd caught a massive haul of fish, but what he found instead was a sealed copper vessel. Now, you might think finding an ancient vessel would be disappointing for a hungry fisherman, but wait, this story takes quite a turn. When he opened it, a massive cloud of smoke emerged, swirling and taking shape until it formed into an enormous Jinni, a supernatural being of immense power. Here's where things get intense. This Jinni, it turns out, had been trapped in that vessel for centuries by King Solomon himself, and all those years of imprisonment had turned the Jinni's heart dark with bitterness. He announced to the terrified fisherman that as his liberator, the fisherman would have the honor of choosing how he wanted to die. Talk about gratitude, right? But our fisherman wasn't just any simple soul. He was clever. He looked at the massive Jinni and said he couldn't believe such a great being could have fit into that small vessel. The proud Jinni, eager to prove himself, demonstrated by turning back into smoke and returning to the vessel. Quick as lightning, the fisherman sealed it shut. Now holding all the cards, the fisherman negotiated with the Jinni, who finally promised to help and reward him instead of harm him. Only then did the fisherman release him again, and true to his new word, the Jinni blessed the fisherman with fortune and prosperity. You see, this tale isn't just about magic and supernatural beings. It's about how wisdom and quick thinking can overcome brute force, and how sometimes the greatest changes in our lives come from the most unexpected situations. Even today, centuries later, its lesson rings true. Being clever and keeping your cool in dangerous situations can turn your greatest threats into your biggest opportunities.